Hey everyone, Hugh here. I wanted to do a video here and show you guys some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes. I have a number of coaching clients that actually don't make it to the live calls on Friday because they have work or they live in another country that they just can't make it or something. So, but I actually have one guy that lives actually down the street from me, and he's a cool guy. We've been working together. His name is Robert, and so Robert has a few things going on here, but he really couldn't decide between like muscles and or real estate, and I just said, look, let's just pick one. Let's go with it. And while we're tweaking that one, we'll build the next one. And that's how you do it. So he finally did pick the muscle genre, and I told him to go ahead and do some keyword research for me. So he went ahead and he did his own keyword research, which is cool because he came out with quite a few keywords that have a decent global monthly search on the phrase match and fairly low competition. So what I basically did was go through the list and pick the ones with the highest monthly search and the lowest competition. What I ended up with was this list here. Some of them I haven't put in yet to the blog, but I picked basically these, and I've left out a few. I'm going to go back and get them, but I got I have basically these now programmed into the blog. Basically, Robert asked me to go ahead, or I offered to go ahead and set up his blog for him, since it only takes me about a couple hours to really get someone set up really well. So that's what I've done, and I've set up his blog here, Muscle Strength Builder. Let me just show you what I have done here with the categories. I decided to just make the categories to be fully hierarchical. So I made each one as like in a parent-child relationship, as you can see. The ones that are indented with the line indicates that they are children of this parent. Okay, so I basically went ahead and designed the whole category thing that way. And so then I went ahead and I created also these menus with the keyword structure that we planned first. Okay, so my strength is a good keyword. It's got a lot of searching. For some reason, that's just one that's really good. It's got a lot of searching and low competition. All these other ones also are the same. So we've got them in the organized into the menus now. And let me just show you how Google sees that. Plus we got these two big ones, muscle and strength building, muscle building, strength building. This theme happens to throw these up at the top here. But it is muscle strength builder, so I put muscle building and strength building right up at the top. So let's take a look at how Google's going to see this. And what I do for that is I just get the HTML and paste it into a new HTML page. Just click away the scripts, and this is how Google sees the website. Muscle building, strength building, and then this hierarchy of keywords: my strength, muscle building diet plan, grip strength, compressive strength, muscle tone, and then all the different muscles. And here muscle tissues. We've got stuff having to do with like the biology or the parameters of muscle tissue, and then we got muscle exercises. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more stuff coming under here, and there's some more keywords I have to add in. But this is the start, and this is how we break it down fundamentally, and we start with this kind of a keyword structure right off the bat. I mean, before we even get into anything else, this is what we design first. So this is how Google sees it, and the first thing that comes in, you know, with all these links, Google takes that to be the most important part, and more or less the table of contents, you know, for the website. This I misspelled. I've already fixed that actually in the site. And then the rest of the content as it goes down. So I also installed Piwik for him on the same domain, or on piwik.hisdomain.com, and so he's able to track it. I've got all the right plugins that I use, and none that we don't need. I turned off a lot of stuff. I turned off the AdSense stuff. For now, I turned off the sitemaps, but I'm going to turn that on in a minute. I put in, you know, SpiderSpank, or I put in my syndicator so that we could sync, get the time sync going. I have a couple of auto tags. I use the WP auto tagger. Actually, it's working better for his site, so you're using this one. So now what we're going to do now is start building out some content here, and so that's what I started to do with Viral Video Curator Pro. Come back here, and so I created the profile for him here. I've added the keywords that we will be able to get some good videos for. I've already done one, so I'm going to do a couple more right now. So I'm not really off into all this muscle stuff, but that happens to be what it's about, so that's what we're on. This looks interesting, how to build muscle. So we're not going to grab it, we're going to blog it. So I'm going to grab it in the quick post. Just know what else, like just muscle building supplements. That sounds good. And I've got all the categories in here. Of course, they come down into the program. So probably we'll put this into, you know, we probably have to get some food categories in here, nutrition and stuff like that. But I'll just put it into just muscle building, the typical one. You know, just whatever. Of course, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just sort of plugging in a few things to get some content built out, and I'm going to let Robert do the majority of the work when it comes to that, but I'm just getting it started. So we got muscle building, and we are synced. I'm also pinging this on one of my Twitter accounts just so that Google will start to get the word. We already do have the I have the ping servers all plugged in, so I'll show you down here. So there's like a couple hundred ping servers. So every time I make a post with Viral Video Curator Pro or any of my other programs, all of these servers get notified that this blog has a new post. So just go ahead, and we got the time sync going from the Syndicator plugin. You all get that as a coaching client. Where else can I put it? Anywhere? I don't really have any strength related stuff. You put on Web Dimensions Marketplace. Okay, so go ahead and post that. And go to the blog and just go to the front page. I made this graphic for him too. Nothing special, but okay, here we've got our muscle building supplements. If you click on muscle building up here, of course we've got a lot of articles now. I've actually, not a lot, I made 2 articles for him. This one he had before, but I just made I have to, that's badly spelled, I'm sorry about that. But we have more stuff coming in. It looks pretty cool. So, and go home, and it's, of course, it's on the home page. So I can just keep getting more and more of these things. And let's say muscle fiber. Let's see what we got for that. Structure of muscle fiber. Okay, and I have a category for muscle fibers already. And I haven't seen the video, but I'm just going to say, you know, this is okay. I'll spell it differently though. You know, Robert's going to put more time into his article. I'm just doing this quickly, like I said, to get some stuff into the I don't know where I'm going to put that there. I'm just going to go ahead and post that. Okay, and home again. Okay, cool. And it just, there's just more and more coming on. And so if we go to muscle fibers, and we're going to find that as an entry under that. And it just, we just fill this out. We're just going to fill this out one by one, and we're also going to take more of these keywords and integrate them into this. And then we're going to start promoting the website. So and you notice I've removed the social icons. I'm going to have Robert make a fan page, a Twitter account. And I've also removed all AdSense. There's no opt-in. There's no anything on this. So you remember, guys, I showed you my mixingandmastering.net website and how I managed to infiltrate the rankings with that one. And there's absolutely no AdSense, no opt-in, no monetization on that whatsoever. I mean, I haven't even done anything. So that's really the strategy, and that's how it works. You make the website interesting by continuing to find more and more cool content like this, and then you just build it up, watch, track your traffic, and when the traffic gets to a certain point, that's when you can start monetizing. And we're going to do this by the book. Interesting. I'll just do like that. Again, you know, it's not the greatest not the greatest content ever made in the world, but I'm just doing something to sort of flesh this out a little bit. So we have something, and we have the search engines are notified or pinged. Okay, and we go back home again, and there is the new one. Did I put that in the right category? Probably not. I may not have. Let me see. Okay, so I missed that this time around. And if you do that, all you just do is go here to all posts, quick edit, and I suggest that Robert goes through and add all of these stories to all the appropriate categories that they might belong to. So like muscle cells, definitely, probably muscle tissue, even muscle memory, muscle tone, and update. See how the auto tagger does some great. I don't know why Martha's in there. That's not too cool, but yeah, I guess that's the name of the person that did that video. So we got the tags, the fiber, the categories, the fiber, and the very last thing that I do when launching a new website like this is I activate this Google XML sitemap. So make sure you have the latest version of it. And then I will go here and I will click rebuild the sitemap, which I did. And then we end up with this. And then I might even just copy this and go to a menu or a link somewhere. And I have a menu here with you know, these special more or less utility pages. So I'll just paste that in here and go sitemap and add that to this menu, and then this menu will be maybe on the footer of the page. So that's it, because once we make the sitemap, then Google gets notified, Bing gets notified, and as you can see, we're getting spidered by Bing and by Google. Okay, so Google and Bing have been notified, and that's why they're on the site right now, sucking up all this new content that we made today. This is going to work. This is definitely going to work. So I am not worried about it. So we will keep tracking this. And let's see, refresh that, and it'll show it this time probably. There it is. Okay, so there should be some content in every bit of this, and I'm also going to recommend that Robert have some articles. We need actually longer tail keywords even. These are nice. We happen to have some pretty nice compact keywords that have low competition and high volume. They may not be the ones that we really want to get, but we'll see. We're going to keep working on that. And I'm going to recommend that Robert have some articles written about these long tail keywords, so that those will also be like 800 to 1,000 word articles to back up the authority of the site. But I'm fully psyched about this, and I'm looking forward to seeing the success of this website. So that's about all I want to share with you today, and I will talk to you soon. Hugh out.